Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ujola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, I want us to talk about self expression, who we are, all of who we are, self expression. So, on today's episode, I will anchor today's episode rather on this statement. Everything is self expression. We create our biographies in everything we do. Everything is self expression. We create our biographies in everything we do. That is what I want us to think about and spin our mind about in some 5, 10, 15, maybe 9 minutes rather. It's not going to be up to 15 minutes. Everything is self-expression. I'm coming to the realization right now that all I called life is me. All that you call life from zero till now is you. It's all of who you are. It's all of who you've been. It's all you will ever be. Everything is yourself in expression. Everything is yourself in expression. We often, especially as men, we often compartmentalize ourselves in a kind of hierarchy of need kind of stuff. But I think all of life is interwoven. I think all of life is lived as a whole, even though it is still can be in compartments. When you approach your life as a living biography, when everything you do is coming from the consciousness of I am writing my own story as I am working, you will discover that the way you approach life and the way you approach your work will never be mediocre. The way you approach life and the way you approach your work will be high quality, will always be from the notion of excellence. Because I've never met a man, I've never met a person that want their life to be summed up in the word mediocrity. I've never seen and I've never met someone that want to end their life in mediocrity or having a summary of their life, having their legacy summarized with the word mediocrity. None. Nobody. Everybody want their life to be excellent. Everybody want their life to be regarded as great. No one wants to finish their life and they will be summed up as, he just came, he's that. Everybody wants to be exceptional. The moment you now know that I want to be great, I want to be exceptional, and all of my life as I'm living it is a living and working biography. It's as if you're writing your own story as you are living it. You will decide to live a great life. You will decide to live an excellent life. You will decide to live in a way that will honor the legacy you want to live. You will live in such a way that whatever you do and however you think, it will be from an excellent angle. You will not just wing it. You will not just live a life that is not worthy of emulation. Because as you are living, you are writing your story. And that is exactly what I want you to think about today. Whatever you're doing, whenever you're listening to this, whether you are listening to this after several years that I've recorded this, it's important for you to ask yourself, what I am doing now, what quality of thought and what quality of mind am I using to approach what I'm doing? What quality of thought and what quality of mind am I using to approach whatever I'm doing? Am I living my life as I want it to be read? If someone is going to read my story, if someone is going to buy a book about me, what story do I want them to read? What story do I want them to read? What lesson do I want them to learn? What principle will they discover in this summary of me that will change their life, that will make them better? What type of life What type of thought process, what type of principles, what type of value systems do I want them to encounter in the pages of my life? Remember what I'm anchoring today's episode on. Everything is self-expression. Everything. The way you walk is self-expression. The way you write, whatever words you say, is self-expression. What you say, how you said it, is self-expression. Your approach to your job is self-expression. Your approach to your parenting is self-expression. Your approach to love is self-expression. Everything you do, everything you are, is self-expression. Or should I say, is supposed to be self-expression. Because most of us are just doing life as if we don't know what we are doing. Because most times we don't know what we're doing. One thing I've learned from my kids is the ability to express themselves. Now they are growing and maybe they are adjusting to the way of life, which I hope they won't fully adjust, because I want them to live life the way they want, especially in a responsible way, the way they want. They should master whatever they came here to do in a responsible and excellent way. But I know by having two boys that children have a natural ability to live fully self-expressed. They don't have inhibition. They just live. They are not yet tainted by the heaviness of life. They don't worry about things. I have friends that often wish that they went back to being a kid. I say that is irresponsible, because kids technically are irresponsible. They are technically useless, only morally useful, all right? So they are just there, but they are teaching us something. They live life fully self-expressed. When a child is hungry, you know. When a child is not comfortable, you know. When a child, they don't know politics. They don't know diplomacy. They don't play it the way we think it's being played, all right? They are not yet tainted by the heaviness of life. They are not worrying about what other people will think about them. They learn this as they go along. They are not living up to any social pressures. They are not fearing any retribution. They learn this after a while. But as kids, they are naturally out there. They are naturally fully self-expressed. Do you have that thing within you? Do you have that thing within you? One way for you to be fully self-expressed is to speak your truth in the moment. As you are in the moment, live in truth to whatever you want, to whatever you want to do, to however you want to live. Speak your truth. Start noticing where you may be holding back. All right. Start seeing, where am I holding back? Where am I muting myself? What voice in my mind am I killing? Am I denying self-expression? When an opportunity comes for you to speak truthfully with love and kindness and discipline and freedom, take it on and speak up. That's one way for you to express yourself. Define who you are, all right? Define who you do. You even know who you are? Recreate yourself to be the person that you want to read about. Recreate yourself to be the person that you want to read about. Recreate yourself in a way that you will be proud of the person you are reading about. If you happen to read your own story, what will you read? That's it. That's my point. If you happen to read your own story as a third person, what will you read? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Go and create that type of person. Don't go and create that type of person. I have a philosophy that there is no purpose for your life. The life you have is the purpose of whatever God you serve. That life that you have right now is the purpose. Whatever you use it for is your service back to that God and to humanity. So create the life you want to see. Don't just wing it, create it. You can recreate yourself at any time. You can choose to define yourself the way you want. There is nothing like this is how they say we should. You can choose to define yourself the way you want. Be self-aware, acquire self-knowledge, know who you are, and engage in creative techniques that will boost your self-expression. Write every day, journal, keep an idea book that whenever an idea pops into your mind, you write it down. Those are ways for you to self-express. Everything is self-expression. We create our biographies in everything we do. So, what are you going to create today? Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your attention, not taken for granted. and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.